Why? Why is the work important? Why? Why do we need to know all of our ins and outs? To what end? I talk about freedom, but what does that mean? What does that mean in our lives here, day to day, where we have to live in the world? And yesterday I say in the world, but not of the world. So all I can do, and all I've ever tried to do, is give my own testimony why. The first and foremost thing is that I am a seeker. I desire to know. I want to know why I'm here. I want to know why humans are here. I want to know why we do the things that we do to ourselves, and then by extension, everyone in our lives. I want to know why I'm triggered by certain things and not others. I want to know where those triggers come from. I want to know how we can so deeply be loving of someone and have them not return it. I want to know why someone that you barely know makes you completely insane and irrationally kind of hate them. Like, these studies of human nature are endlessly interesting to me. So in order to make the work matter to you, it has to matter. You have to just be naturally curious. And often we are brought to the work in time of great crisis. If things are going pretty well on the surface, why are you going to start digging up shit? You know, one of my old videos talks about the beautiful analogy of that you are a clear vase of clear water, and with all of this searching, you pour clear water into it and you're stirring up sediment. You're stirring up shit that could be left alone. You're deliberately stirring it up, and then things get fucking murky, which is necessary. But so you need to have the hunger to want to know. And very often, in the throes of a crisis, the lies that you have been telling come to a head. Either the lie of the life you've been living, a lie within a relationship, it's gonna come out. Because the truth does prevail, or you'll get sick. So, in my marriage, I was the queen of everything's fine. I wanted everything to be in harmony, even if that harmony was false. So I would fall on the sword. I wouldn't tell him that I needed him. I'd be like, no, I'm good, I'm fine, everything's good, everything's fine. And then he traveled for a living, so, you know, our connection that was really based on a physical attraction in the bedroom, now we're miles apart, and now we can't connect every night in the bed. So now what? And then slowly we just grew apart and get along and really love each other much more wholly now that we are divorced. And I'm very lucky for that. I don't take that for granted. But the crisis was always there. It was my inability to say, I need this. I miss you. I need some help here. I couldn't do it. I couldn't risk it. I didn't trust him. And he did not deserve that. He deserved to be trusted. Now, in the end, he didn't, but we're human. And when you get blamed for something that you didn't do for so long, why not fucking do it? I mean, and my part, which was hard for me to see because I felt very victimized, made myself the victim. My part is that my refusal to look at the problem created even more of a problem. And I am in a real and raw relationship now. And let me tell you, it's not easy. It's not easy. You have to take accountability. You have to ask for what you want. You might not get it because that might not be what the other person wants. It's worth it, but hard. I guess that's the other thing. You have to like effort. You have to like effort. If you're someone that thinks that things only come through ease with no edge, well, then you're complacent. Why would you change? You have no reason to change. But if you have a hunger in your soul, it will win. It will win. It will push you to ask those questions that you want to know the answer to. And I applaud that hunger. It's what drives me every day. I mean, sometimes I'm like, oh my God, could you just fucking get through the day? Does everything have to be a fucking philosophical quandary? And unfortunately, yes. Yes, it does. That is my makeup. That is how I'm made. So I guess I want to ask you today, my question for you is, where is your hunger? What are you hungry for? If you're hungry for more outward success, I would tell you that that's an inside job. If you need better health, you better believe you're carrying something that's aiding, maybe not making you sick, but certainly aiding in keeping you sick. You're certainly not regenerating, and if you're not regenerating, you are degenerating. Let's say that your relationship is not fulfilling. Well, then you're going to have to tell some hard truths. Every desire that you have is answered with looking within and telling the truth. And I would offer that unless you bring something larger than yourself in it, you'll get stuck in your ego story every time. We all do. Only God can lift us out of that. Only our higher consciousness and our higher self, that is the divinity within us, has the ability to have great compassion for us and allow us to step out of the yoke of the weight of our stories. They can run our lives our entire lives. I choose not to do that. I choose to have dominion, at least awareness, and then subsequently dominion is every morning. Like I said yesterday, I just have to reset myself and once again step out of the story. But this all comes back to desire and hunger. What do you want? What do you want? And every desire, you need to put in the work to clear yourself so you can achieve success in business, success in marriage and relationships, success with your God connection and your soul purpose here on the earth. Without inner work, you will never get anywhere with any of those questions. And I'm very curious to see, what do you want? And leave your comment down below. I will see you tomorrow.